Yo, what is going on, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you a duplication glitch that allows you to resell a car for $200,000, and you'll be able to duplicate multiple cars, which will allow you to make $1 million in an hour. So let's get straight into the video. So first you need to request a job from either Simeon or Gerald using the phone. Then you need to grab any street car, and it can be any street car. And then you need to stop on the street and load up the job. And then you want to go ahead and quit the job as soon as you can, and you'll spawn out of the car. You need to run into the car as quick as you can and accelerate. And which should happen, you should get kicked out of the car. However, this will not always work, as we are now testing a lobby at the moment. So you need to do this again. So you need to stop, bring up the job, and enter into the job, and then back out as soon as you can. So what we're doing here, guys, we're just testing the lobby to see if the duplication works. So once you exit the job, you need to run into the car, accelerate as fast as you can until you get kicked out of the car. You should get kicked out. Now, as you can see, I've been kicked out of this car, and if you look behind me, the exact same car has been duplicated. Now, to be able to get this duplication to work, you need to be in a lobby with a lot of people. So you want to press D on the D-pad and check if you've got around 2 pages of players in your lobby. If you don't, find a new session. So at the moment we're still just testing the duplication. So as you can see here, I have 2 of the exact same cars, and I'll turn it around and show you the license plates just to prove to you they are duplicates. And there we go, we now know the lobby is working. So just to prove that I got kicked out of this car, I'm going to try to get into it. It says I do not have access to it. Now we know the lobby works, we're going to go ahead and find any car that we want to duplicate and resell. There will be a list down below of the cars that will sell or resell for the most amount of money. Now you've got your car, you want to head to this Los Santos. And the reason you want to go to this Los Santos Customs is because it works the best with the duplication glitch. Now, you won't be able to use cars like the Inferno or the Obey, as these are cars that cannot be sold in Los Santos Customs even if they're from the street. So you are going to need to park your car exactly how I have parked it here, so that the Los Santos Customs door is open, and then you want to go ahead and open up the job from Simeon. And you want to quit out of the job, and you will spawn out of your car, and you want to run into your car and drive straight into Los Santos Customs. Right, what has happened here? I have been kicked out of the car. This means the duplication has not worked. However, this doesn't mean we have failed. If you run outside, it would have duplicated. However, this is not how we want it to work. So you want to get in this car and redo that step. And what we want to do is we want to be able to go into Los Santos Customs without getting kicked out like we previously did. Now, we're going to repeat this same step until we are able to drive into Los Santos Customs without getting kicked out of the car. So, after you quit the job, drive into Los Santos Customs, and this time it has worked. Now, you don't want to buy anything yet, except from repairing a vehicle, and you need to change the primary colour. Make sure you do this. You want to change the primary colour. You want to go on classics and just choose a cheap one. It doesn't matter which one, just make sure it's a primary colour. And you want to back out. And what will happen now is a duplication should spawn over to the right. So it has not worked, and we're going to repeat the same step of loading up the job and backing out and driving into the garage. So I've done that step again. I'm going to drive into the garage, I'm going to change the paint, make sure you change the paint again if it doesn't work, and we're going to come out and see if the duplication has spawned over to the right. So, it has not worked again. So I'm showing you this just in case you guys try it, and you know, comment saying, oh, it hasn't worked. It does take a few tries to get it to work. So I've changed the paint again after driving in, and we're going to come out. And over there we have got a duplication, and now this means that the lobby is able to do the glitch and the duplication. So now we have the duplication, we're going to start spending money on this car. So you want to drive this car into the Santos Customs and max it out as much as you can. Get everything you can on the car, as this will determine the resale value of the duplicate. So now I'm maxing it out completely, and after you've maxed it out, you want to drive to any garage that has a blue circle. It has to be a garage that has a blue circle to allow you to walk in. And then you want to knock the door off your car. And once you've knocked the door off your car, you want to bring up your interactive menu, as this will stop you from driving into the garage, which you don't want to do. And you want to line up your car with the blue circle, and you want to exit the car, and you should exit the car and step back into the circle, and you don't need to press anything. You'll spawn into your garage. Now once you spawn into your garage, you need to simply turn around and exit and see if the door has respawned. And the reason we are doing this is so this duplicate does not disappear when we are duplicating it many times. Now the door has returned, we're going to repeat the steps we done earlier with the pimped up version of the car. So we're going to bring the job up from Simeon, park with the Santos Customs garage door open. We're going to exit, run into our car, and drive into Los Santos Customs as fast as we can. Now guys, again, this is not going to work every first go, so it might take a few tries. So make sure you change the primary colour again, and then when you exit there should be a duplicate of the pimped up version. Fuck off, LJT.
Hey there, it's your partner, LJ.
Right, it hasn't worked, so we're going to repeat the same step. Load up the job, exit the job, run into your car and drive into the Santos Customs and change the primary colour. Make sure you keep changing the primary colour if the duplicate has not spawned. So I'm going to drive into the Santos Customs, and when I exit there should be a duplicate of this exact car with all the modifications. So it has not worked again, we're going to do it again. We're going to change the colour and we're going to exit and see if we have a duplication of this car with the spoiler, the hood, all the engine mods. So we're going to wait a minute, look over to the right, and there we have it, we have a duplication. Now we have this duplication, we can now resell it for around $200,000 depending on what modifications you've done to it. Now guys, the car we're in at the moment is the car we don't want to resell, so go ahead and park this car wherever you want, get into the other car, drive into the Santos Customs and sell it. Now you want to repeat this same step, what I'm doing now, to get another duplicate. So make sure that car we first came out with is the car you keep. Every time you spawn outside you'll have a duplicate which you can drive back in and resell. Okay guys, I'm going to go ahead and keep duplicating this car. That's the end of the video, and thanks for watching. Peace.